Hey, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Just wanted to hop on here. I shared a post about failure earlier today. And the post goes like this. It's from John Gordon. Failure is a big part for your path to success. It's not your enemy. It is your partner in growth. It doesn't define you. It refines you. If you didn't fail, you wouldn't build the character you need to succeed. Failure is an event, not a definition. And so, friends, if there's anything I can encourage you in this, if there's any action steps after I kind of share what I'm about to share with you, uh, let me know. We can connect because I'm going to share with you three stories about failure in my own life. And conveniently, two of them stack up on each other. So not only did I fail once, I failed twice, back to back very quickly. So I know that failure is a scary word. I'm very, even talking right now, like I can feel my heartbeat just elevating a little bit more, talking about failure and thinking about failure. And even telling these stories, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can quickly go to the shame and embarrassment. And at the same time, I also truly believe what John mentioned in that all these stories refine me to the man I am today. I'm so grateful for them, which is a paradox in some ways. I'm grateful for the failure. The first story is whenever I first got into real estate. Yes, I was a realtor. In my second transaction, the deal went south really quickly. It was a shit show. There's no other way to write it. And unfortunately, the deal had gotten prolonged and delayed. And coincidentally, the delay of the closing actually coincided to happen after my wife and I were already planning on moving. Now, in theory, in complete logical sense, could have and probably should have just told my clients, "Hey guys, that's fine that we pushed the date back. I'm moving, coincidentally, not because of you, not because of the situation. My family has been given other opportunities elsewhere, and but I didn't do that. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to rock the boat. I was really worried about shifting everything because everything had gone really badly, and so I left town with my family while representing a client without them knowing. And the time they found out was literally days after I had moved, and I called them saying, "Hey, I'm not there anymore." Now, I did fit. There was a reality of misrepresentation. I did not represent them well. I broke a commitment. I broke a promise. I'm not here to tell you that failure doesn't come with consequences, but there was lessons learned in that. And for me, it was, what do I hold back for the sake of not rocking the boat, or keeping the saving face, or even just trying to please people? When has my voice, not speaking, not sharing, actually hurt people? And I learned the hard way multiple times, not just this situation. Whenever I don't speak, whenever I don't share, whenever I'm not just honest, whenever I'm not authentic, man, I hurt people. My silence can be very deadly. And honestly, I don't think I would have really remember. I don't think I would really remember how deadly my silence can be, unless I really kind of reflect on stories like this. Which, that story does not define me. It does not define my customer service. It does not define the way I handle business. It was a failure, and it was also a great learning tool to help me understand, what am I really up to whenever I don't speak. What insecurities am I trying to cover up by not talking? The second one, and second, remember, two and three are together. So I got a job in B2B sales. 8 months later, found another job in construction sales. And both businesses, both companies had challenges, and both work had lots of learning and so many lessons I'm so grateful for. And yet, if you look at my resume, you will see like a guy who can't hold a job. I mean, honestly, by the world standards, probably a failure. Like 31-year-old who hasn't been able to hold a job in over 3 years, for more than a year. And at the same time, I quit the second job to do this job, doing the coaching stuff, and I've been more alive than ever. I mean, I look back in the past almost year that I've been doing this. I was moonlighting while I was doing the other two jobs, actually, with coaching. So I've been coaching for a little bit of time now, but full time, just under a year. And I look back and I'm like, wow, thank God I'm right where I am at, because I've told my clients this, and I hope they believe me, and I hope they're watching this, because I love them so much, and I get to stand with people wanting to stand in the gap of where they want to be and where they're not, like where they are and where they're not. That's how it goes. That gap, and walking with them in that space, and they're heroes to me. They push me, they inspire me, they make me a man that sees failure differently, and I'm so grateful for them. I'm so thankful for what I'm learning with them, and the lessons of a small business that I'm growing from. Because you know what, I'm learning that my resume isn't, and the timeline of my resume doesn't define me, because I'm doing the work that I need to be doing, and I'm so grateful for it. But yet, some professionals will look at that and go, might be not what we're looking for. Guys, if this is reflecting, if this is resonating with you, and maybe you're having a hard time like really seeing your failure as a place of learning, would you reach out? I'm here. I would be grateful. I'd be honored to stand in the space with you to process what event happened, what took place, what didn't take place that makes you this failure that you believe yourself to be, this condemnation, this shame, this blame. And maybe you're pushing it on other people. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe there's other things in your life. And trust me, these are three simple examples that I kind of thought of that I can relate to whenever failure comes to mind. And like I said, friends, I'm not here to tell you that all three of these don't come with consequences. However, I also believe that they refine me, and they refine you. And if we actually are embracing the conversation that is uncomfortable, we can actually grow from it. So reach out if you are struggling to find the growth or the lessons in a failure. Maybe it's a failed relationship, a failed business venture, whatever. Come to the table as you are, dig in it, see what beauty can come from it. Because I promise, if you are so bold and heroic to stand in it, you will see results that will transform the way that you look at that story and the way that you live out your actual story, the journey that you are on. And I believe that we're all on. And so I want to stand with you in that place of freedom, because failure will happen. It will. And yet, if we can understand how it can be a tool and a resource and a refinement and a blessing, I promise your commitments will look different. Your legacy will look different, and your joy will be evident to the world. So I hope that's helpful, friends. That's what failure has looked like. That's why I share these stories. I share with you from my heart, and I hope that encourages you today. Thanks again, friends. Take care of yourselves.